back to the College Cinephile. My name is Ethan, and I'm joined today by Ian to discuss Gemini Man, the new sci-fi action film from director Ang Lee, which stars Will Smith, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Benedict Wong, and Clive Owen. Now, Ian.
Yes, sir.
You and I both were, I think, more impressed by this movie than we expected to be.
Absolutely.
I like Ang Lee movies. I went in thinking it would be okay, probably, because, the premise and the trailers aren't that exciting.
Right.
And I find Will Smith to be hit or miss.
Right.
But you and I were both really impressed by how solid the action in the movie was.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just everything in the movie in general was just better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it worked way better than we thought it was going to, period.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
But especially the action.
Yeah.
The action was great. Just consistently great.
Yeah, I remember. I feel like you and I both were watching the movie and we're like, this is pretty fun. This is cool. And then there's like the first action scene where Will Smith meets Will Smith for the first time.
Right.
And that just blows the doors off
Yeah.
everything. We're like, this is insane.
Yeah, they're chasing each other on the rooftops, and then they're chasing each other on motorcycles through the city, through Budapest, right? And then they're just like, oh my god, like, it's insane.
like Will Smith hits Will Smith in the face with a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. But yeah, no, it's a crazy movie.
The action, like we were saying, is very good. The motorcycle fight scene was really good, and then later on there's the fight in the catacombs.
Really good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so good because it's just a hand-to-hand fight between Will Smith and Will Smith, and it's just fantastic.
And I usually like to see stunts done like in camera without a lot of CGI and stuff. Like that's why like the Mission Impossible movies are my favorite. And this movie is definitely a heavily CGI movie. But I liked it. I thought it worked. Ang found a really good balance. I feel like, and it was compelling, even though it was kind of choppy and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was done in a way that amplified the action rather than distracting from it.
Oh, for sure. Like after the first fight, it looked like I was like, oh my god, like it looks like they were sped up.
Yeah.
But it was just because of how the camera was moving, and they were moving really fast, but it worked well enough to hide the stunt double's face. Yeah. But it's still.
But the stunt double still did some crazy stuff.
Oh, absolutely. There was like some flips, and then they were fighting in the catacombs, and Will Smith pulls out a knife, and the other Will Smith doesn't have a weapon, so he just grabs a bone from the catacombs, and they fight with that, and like it's insane. It's really good.
Yeah. The performances in the movie, I think, elevate it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Will Smith really does a great job.
He does. He does a great job playing an older version and a younger version of himself. It's really good.
Yeah, like by the end I had to remind myself, oh yeah, that's also Will Smith.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
But you also had something to say about Mary.
Yeah, I think what makes this movie from good to great is how they treat Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character. She, in a movie about two versions of the world's greatest man, it would be easy for her character to kind of be downgraded a bit.
Yeah.
But she really holds her own. She is an action star in the movie, even though she's not basically the Terminator that Will Smith is.
Yeah.
But she gets her own really cool scenes. She gets her own great character stuff, and she is an integral part of the movie that I wasn't expecting because I didn't even know she was in it.
I saw the trailers a few times, and I didn't connect that it was her just because she looks so different from the last time that I saw her. But yeah, like she was just fantastic in the movie. Speaking of the fact that there are two Will Smiths, and it's not really a time travel thing. How do you think that they did with the young CGI stuff?
The CGI was really stunning, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah.
There are some parts where it falls apart a little bit. You can see some of the finer motion in his face doesn't get animated quite perfectly.
Yeah, it changes just a little bit.
But it really looks very convincing for most of the movie.
Absolutely.
Certainly when he's not speaking, it just looks like young Will Smith. I mean, it really is impressive how much work they've done, especially in the eyes. The eyes look real, which they haven't had previously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really convincing. There are a few scenes that you can tell maybe were reshoots, so they didn't have as much time to
Absolutely.
whittle it down. But by and large, it was not distracting at all.
No, I don't know. Especially because what you had been saying, or somebody else may have said it earlier, like a good portion of the fight scenes either take place at night or in like a tunnel.
Yeah.
So like the first one obviously is in broad daylight, but the rest are like they're able to hide a little bit.
They're smart about it.
Yeah.
And this kind of de-aging technology has been done a lot in movies recently. Disney's kind of like courted their market on it and like their Marvel movies and Star Wars and everything.
Yeah.
But those always kind of come off looking like wax sculptures to me.
That's fair.
Whereas in here, there was a lot of range of emotion on his face that I was really impressed by.
Right. I totally agree.
I think the one thing in the movie that kind of takes it down a peg is the script. It's the dialogue's kind of okay.
Yeah. There are some quotable lines from the trailers that are like they're a little rough,
Yeah.
but they're still delivered well, and they're delivered like they mean it.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
would have
you can
taken one
continue.
or two more passes at the script just to kind of refine it.
Yeah.
But you and I really kind of talked about how this movie feels like a 80s action movie if it
absolutely.
was made today.
Absolutely.
It really has the same spirit and ambition of like a Terminator.
Oh, yes, definitely.
In the sense that it just is this big, high concept action movie where the script isn't necessarily the most important thing.
Right.
I mean, it is basically a straightforward story, even though it's got clones in it and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard to understand. It just is that some of the dialogue could have been polished up a little bit more, but mostly I don't think it detracts from enjoying the movie too much.
Yeah, I full-heartedly agree. I think it's an interesting take on the clone stuff, because I haven't seen something where it's like dealing with clones that did it this well,
Yeah.
especially. But I don't know. Like I really enjoyed the movie. It was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. What would you rate this?
I really think I would give it 4 out of 5 reels.
Absolutely, solid 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's a real fun movie. I would definitely recommend seeing it.
It's definitely worth just a fun action. You don't know what you're doing, going out for a random night or whatever. It's great. Like, it was very enjoyable. Like we were saying, some of the dialogue, there's a couple parts where it's like, all right, that's kind of cheesy or whatever. But there's also a couple, like when flashing back real quick to what you were talking about with Mary. The first scene that she's in, that she's fighting, she says something that Will Smith had said earlier, and it was kind of cheesy, but then she actually delivers on it in a way that Will Smith didn't, and so it was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching The College Cinephile. If you liked this video, feel free to like the video. Leave us a comment if you saw Gemini Man. What did you think of it? And hit subscribe so you can see more of our videos. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.